So today I'm going to share with you guys one of the best things that you can start to do for yourself if you are invested in living a truly amazing life. This is something that we all need to learn how to do for ourselves, and I'm saying learn because so many of us have actually forgotten how to do it. So if you are curious about what that thing is and you want to do it yourself, then be sure to keep watching. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I am a subconscious mindset coach and law of attraction teacher, and you have found my YouTube channel. And this is where I upload 2 new videos for you guys every week, all about the art of combining my 2 favorite things in the whole world, manifestation and mindset, in order to create your best life. If that sounds like something you are interested in, if you are into this idea of transforming and becoming your best self, then be sure to follow along on this journey and hit that subscribe button. So one of my favorite quotes ever from Henry Ford is this: whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. And this is so true. And this is one of those principles that I really try to apply to my entire life. So I told you at the beginning of this video, I was going to give you one tip on how to make sure that you live an amazing, spectacular, fantabulous life. And that key is really a lot more simple than you might think. No, it isn't about having a lot of money. No, it isn't about, giving up your job and traveling the world. No, it isn't about doing any of these crazy things. All you need to do in order to start inviting this amazing life for yourself into your actual reality is to allow yourself to dream big. So you might be watching this right now and thinking, that's it? Like, that's all? Like, I already do that, duh. But I really want to challenge you guys to really question whether or not you are dreaming big. And I mean dreaming big, you guys. Dreaming really, really big. So one of the things that I find frustrating as a coach is sometimes I work with people and they come to me and they're wanting to change their life. And I'm like, well, what do you want your life to look like? Like, what do you want to create? And I can tell you, I think 80% of the time, most of the people that come to me are like, well, I like my life right now, but, just want a little more money, or I want, to travel a little more, or something like that. And when I hear these things, at first I'm a little bit like, okay. So the point is right now, when you're in a dreaming exercise, it isn't to be realistic. The point is not to be realistic. The point is not to not be greedy. The point is not to play small. So this is a problem I see with so many people, that they are already playing small with the idea and the possibilities that are available to them, because they are not allowing themselves to dream big. So maybe when it comes to a coaching situation, maybe you're afraid to admit what you really want, and I totally get that. So it might be easier for you to just decide on these smaller goals for yourself, because that seems reasonable. It seems like something you can achieve. It seems like something that nobody's going to laugh at. But really, all of those ideas come from fear. They come from you thinking that someone's going to judge what you want. They come from this fear of you not achieving what you want. They come from a fear that maybe you're going to try to do it and fail. So if you are dreaming, if you are thinking about your future and you are already playing small with what you say you want, you are never going to live up to the amazing potential that could be there for you. Okay, so we all have to get really comfortable with this idea. We have to get comfortable with the idea that we are allowed to dream big. And in fact, dreaming big is such an important tool. So as I said in the quote, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right, right? So part of the problem with not dreaming big is that it is putting you very much in the can't part of it, right? So when you say that there is not a possibility for you to do things, if you say that life can only be like this and maybe a little bit better, then you are automatically cutting yourself off from the possibility of more. You are cutting yourself off from the possibility that maybe life could be spectacularly different than it is now in amazingly good ways, right? So again, this sometimes comes to fear. Again, this comes to maybe low self-worth, but this really is a problem for so many of us. But if you can't let yourself dream really big in the privacy of your own mind, then you cannot let your mind open the doors to those things that you would dream about. You are going to continue to live the life that you have now, maybe 10% better, and that will be it, because that is all you have said yes to. But what would happen if you started saying yes to more? What would happen if you opened the door to amazing, spectacular possibilities for yourself? For example, pretend that you are a client of mine and you're coming to me and we're going to work together for a while, and I ask you, what do you want from your life? So imagine that there are two different people answering this question, and the first person is like, well, I really like my life right now. I just really want to make $10,000 more a year. Okay, so that's person A. And then person B comes to me and I'm like, well, what do you want? And they're like, well, I really want to start this business for myself. I really would love to share my message with millions of people around the world. I would really love it if I could create an online business that generated millions of dollars and in which I only have to work a few days a week. Therefore, I could travel more with my family. I could go on these amazing vacations. I could retire my husband. I could do this. I could do that, etc., etc., etc. I mean, I don't want to judge anybody's dreams. Of course, we all have to have our own separate individual dreams, but I'm just going to take a guess. If you look at both of these people who are planning something for their future, who do you think is going to get farther? The person who wants exactly the same life with a little bit more money, or this person who is like, I have this big crazy dream. I want to do this big crazy thing and I want to create this big crazy change in my life. Which person do you think is going to make a bigger difference in the world, in their own lives, right? This isn't to judge what people want. This isn't to judge how much money people make. This isn't to judge anybody's dreams. If something is truly your dream, then that is a wonderful thing. But I think so many of us sell ourselves short because we are not even going to admit that this dream looks good. We're like, we are really good and we should be grateful, so I shouldn't dream so big. Whereas if you went over here, you could be expanding your purpose into the world. You could be helping thousands of people around the world. You could be making millions of dollars. You could become this incredible force of good in the world, but you aren't even looking at that because you're dreaming so small, right? So that is the difference. That is one of the key differences between people who live like an average, quote unquote, average life and somebody who lives a remarkable life. The people that live the remarkable life let themselves have the remarkable dream. And it seems like such a simple thing, but people really get lost in this one. People really sell themselves short. People really play small when it comes to thinking of what we want. So again, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. But what are you guys thinking about? And how are you limiting yourself right now in what you are dreaming about? The final thing that I just want to leave you with today is that the dream is completely different than knowing all the answers. And I think that's another place people get stuck, because we think if I dream really big, then I'm going to have to know all this stuff. I'm going to have all this stuff figured out. That is not what a dream is about. A dream is just about the goal. A dream is about putting a mark in the sand saying that is the finish line that I want to go to. That is all the dream is about. So if you start running towards the finish line and you don't quite make it, you are probably going to be a lot farther down that path than the person whose finish line is right here, right? Because that is just momentum. That's all about how we go through life. Like, we really need to be careful about what we are putting ourselves towards. Another thing that humans do is that we will take an amazing amount of time to do things. If you give someone an hour to do something and you give somebody 15 minutes to do something, they will probably both do the same task in the allotted time, which means that the person that did it in 15 minutes has another 45 minutes to spare. And we can do this with our own goals. We can do this with our dreams. If we give ourselves something big to go for in a short period of time, it is amazing how much you can actually achieve. Whereas if you're like, I just want to do a little bit better, and you don't even have a date, then you might be working towards your dream for a long time and feeling like you're not getting there, but you could have done so much more, right? So it's a motivational factor as well. And looking at these big things can be scary. It can be overwhelming, but it can also be incredibly inspiring. And I would just love for you guys to think about this right now and think about how you can inspire yourself. Because if you don't have a big, crazy goal in your brain, I really invite you to think about it. I really invite you to take time, take an afternoon to yourself and think about what you really, truly want. Not what you think you should want, not what your brother or your parents or your husband thinks you should want. What do you really want? What do you want your life to look like? What would life be amazing if you could be like, wow, my life is so cool. Look at all this amazing stuff that I created. What would make you feel like that? And get really curious with the answers, because sometimes you can find so much about yourself that you didn't know just from asking this question. So I just want to leave you with one final thought on this topic. And that thought is that you have probably already been telling yourself no for a long time. You've probably already been self-censoring. You've probably already been editing your dreams and trying to be realistic and trying not to be greedy, etc., etc., etc. And acting like that has gotten you where you are right now. Your life right now is the result of what you have always thought and how you have always behaved. Maybe today is the time that you need to light a fire under your butt, to go for the gold, and to see what you can really do in this amazing existence that we all have here. Life is such a precious gift, and you have so much talent and ambition and gifts to share with the world. What good are you doing the world by pretending that you don't? What good are you doing the world by pretending you aren't as powerful as I know you are? Okay, these are all important questions to ask yourself, and I really hope you guys take this video to heart and really start challenging yourselves to go for the gold in life, no matter what that gold might look like for you. So thank you guys so much for watching this video today. I really hope that this has inspired you to dream really, really big in your own life. If you like this video, please do me a favor, give it a like. If you know a friend that could use this message, pass this along to them. If you want to learn more about me, come on over to the site. I have a free, amazing high vibe library of freebie offers for you guys to download over there if you sign up for updates. If you want to work with me one-on-one as a coach, I am booking people starting in February, so I would love to chat with you about your coaching goals, about what you want in life. If you want to know more about that, then come on over to the site and fill out a coaching application. We can set up a time to chit-chat. If you're ready for another slice of transformational inspiration, then be sure to click my latest upload right here. If you want to hang out with me for the rest of this journey, hit my subscribe button right here. And I'm wishing you an amazing and empowering and dreaming big kind of week. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.